Good morning, everybody. It's Dana from Little House of Gardening. Okay, so today I am out here first thing in the morning. I had did a test. I wanted to see if there was something getting in the greenhouse. And so what I did was I left my cloth cover off, and I want to show you guys something. You all see that flower that got half bit? This right here. You see that? Compared to this one. So something got in here. So I do these tests, and it could be like a small insect. It could be like a small insect. It doesn't have to be like a squirrel or something. But that being said, now that I did the test, I will be leaving the cloth cover on because, as I said, I don't want any of my work to get ruined this year. So what I'm doing today is I actually brought out my broccoli sprouts. These are my broccoli sprouts, and they need to get transplanted today. So what we're gonna do is broccoli likes this cooler spring weather, and we're just gonna find a pot to put these in. I'll probably put them right here and then get everything recovered. Oh, okay, I didn't even realize that fell off. So crazy. Okay, so what we need to do is, I wish I knew what was getting in here, but this one right here, you see how something bit it? And this one right here actually got more of that one. So yeah, because of that, that tells me that I need to keep this closed up from here on out. So these full ones are fine. It's just a couple. I'm gonna get those replanted. I just kind of stick my finger right there and just put it in there because you don't want it too deep. Sometimes I'll move them around just to make sure they have adequate space. I'm trying not to do more than 4 sunflowers in each of these green bins. As they get larger, they'll need more space. Alrighty. So I need to work this soil before I just stick, before I stick the broccoli in there. So that's what you see me doing, just trying to making sure that it's not clumpy. It's not a bunch of big rocks in there. And then I'm just gonna mix it up like that with this. It does a better job of doing that. So I usually just push the cup like this, and then I will kind of loosen it up, let it come out on its own. So there's one. We don't want to lose any. These are some babies. So we can probably do about 6 in here. They're still tiny. To let them mature a little bit. Usually I don't move them out this early because they're still babies, but I'm trying something new with these weather changes. I'm trying to see what plants can withstand what in the event that I need to plant outside early. So I go about an inch deep with the broccoli sprouts, and I just use my finger. Sometimes I'll use the end of a pencil. That's just how I do it. I didn't learn that anywhere. That's just, I don't think we should overcomplicate it. If you go too deep in there, sometimes it'll be hard for them to come up. So you want to make sure that they can get through. Okay. See, that looks like one that got something happened to it. The only thing about these cold temperatures is it could kill your plant. So I'm gonna close one of these. I have about 4 windows open. I'm gonna close a couple. Have your you brought your sprouts out. If you bring your sprouts out early, like this, you want to make sure that you definitely leave it in a place that squirrels or um, any animals, rabbits or anything can't get to it, because they will demolish them. And so I'm going to make sure that we have the netting over the top of these. I remember to bring my Sharpie out. I use these name tags. I also have a little name printer that I use, but I like this because it's dry erase and I could just erase it afterwards. So I'm going to just put this in here and label it. So, I spelled that early yet. Okay. So you're just going to put it in there like that. And so because now I'm super paranoid, I'm going to go ahead and put this sheet back over it. Now you'll see some like really sophisticated, you'll see some sophisticated sheets online and some sophisticated covers, and that's great. But what I did was I got this sheet cover for now, and I just kind of throw it over top of it until I can get the time to actually build it up. So the camera. Okay, so let's get this cover up and then we can move the broccoli over to a different table. And this is why I'm ordering new tables, because I realized I was running out of space. I'll take these. This is the cloth that I was telling you guys about. I have like a whole bunch of stuff. I just haven't had time to set it up all the way with the sticks and everything like that. But this is so thick. And so I just put everything underneath here. And that way, when I was covering it up, I didn't have any issues. So we just got to go back to the old way. That way we can save our crops. I hear a woodpecker. We have a bunch of woodpeckers over here, which is funny. One thing I noticed is this thing is not. I like all of my stuff to be kind of movable, because I notice with gardening, if it storms or something, and you lose all your crops, that just hurts my heart. And that happened to me before, and I didn't like it. Okay, so I think that I see what happened. looks like some of the cloth wasn't actually um, all the way closed up, so I can get in from that window. The funny thing about it is they didn't get into the potatoes, so I don't know what it could have been. These are the potatoes. Potato bin number 1. Have corn next to it. And then this is what I mean by that mesh. This is one of those black grow bags. And inside it, I have the potatoes growing. But I guess my parsley and stuff was in here too, so that'll be interesting. But this little plant here is the potato. That is parsley because I want to use my own fresh parsley and I like to use my own fresh basil. So you see that? That's cool. So I was trying to figure out if I should put it on that back wall, and I think that I am, so that the potatoes are all in one section. What I think I'm gonna do. And I haven't had any coffee, but I think I'm gonna get coffee today. I had been doing I do like this warm water with ginger. I do my ginger and my turmeric. I know it sounds weird, but everybody in my office was getting sick, and I mean sick, y'all, like out 2 weeks. And I was like, yeah, no. So I've been doing like at least 1 glass of that, and I kid you not, the spices for me keeps me from being sick. So I'm not recommending it for anybody. That's a personal decision. I'm not trying to get sued, but it works for me. So this is just so funny, y'all, because all my parsley, some more parsley. I was dead sad on growing my own parsley. I love to cook with parsley. I love the way it looks. And so this is just so funny because, you know, on the back of your packets, it'll say 10 to 21 days. I just found a little hole in this tent. So that's what I'm saying. You got to walk around and check not tent in this greenhouse. You got to check your surroundings because that'll tell you how stuff's getting in. Anyway, the parsley packet said like 10 to 21 days or something. I literally planted this over a month ago. So you got to kind of be careful and give yourself a lot of grace and don't throw your soil away. One thing I never do is I never throw my soil away. Keep your soil. If you want to clean it, boil some hot water, pour it through there. That will kill all the bugs. And then try to let it sit for 24 hours and replant. And if you had any healthy seeds, they'll come to life. Okay, so that's that. So what we're going to do here is let's get these moved because I like some continuity in the greenhouse. So I want to get that moved over there. This one over here. And that way we can make space for the other babies, the new plants. The reason you guys see like a lot of higher up things, like stuff sitting on stuff, I had a back injury, and so I try to have everything to where I'm not doing too much bending. Had a back injury when I was a teenager. All right, so we will put the potatoes on here. That way everything can be neat. Potatoes, corn. These grow bags have these little handles on the side, and it makes them easy to move. But what I want to do is make sure that this is still having like some light. These I just use, I got these from the dollar store. You guys want a little cheap. And I use them all throughout my gardening. They were like $1 for 10. Okay. So that cleared out this little space that I've been using for like, I use it for the little babies, the little baby greens. Y'all see me? Okay. I'm going to have to stoop down because, as I said, I had a back injury, so that's not going to work. So, see, this is what's funny. Let me look at this. Okay. Yeah. So, just trying to see. I can't really tell if something got in here, but I'm just going to cover it up to be safe. But this is funny. I think lettuce is like one of the most beautiful plants. It grows so pretty. But I'll get these covered today. What I'm going to do is I want to get these out of these little pots. This is some more kale. Just put those right there for now. And then as they grow bigger, we'll give them more space. Sometimes when they're babies, they like to be close. And then as they get older, they want a little bit more space is what I found. The only thing about it being right there is it gets a lot of sun. So we gotta move that out the way. So this is the convenience of container planting, is you can move anything where you want it to be moved, versus if you are if you were like doing the garden beds, you're a little bit more limited. That's not a bad thing to some people, but just keep that in mind. I like the flexibility of being able to rotate a little bit if I need to. So this corner doesn't get a whole lot of sun. Sometimes it does, which is why I will put it like on the ground. But I'm actually looking for a larger container right now, because what I noticed, what I'm noticing with my salads, that's what it'll be with my lettuce, is the lettuce likes to be grown kind of like with friends in a big bucket. They don't really like to be grown separately. So I'm just gonna dump some soil in here, you guys can see. And I have some babies over here in my little nursery section, but I think it's time to get them out, transplant it. And I keep those cups, by the way. There's no need in wasting them. Okay. This is the broccoli that we just planted. We'll put that there because it needs a lot of sun. And then this, I'm going to put some of this new lettuce and kale in. This is my little lettuce and kale tray. This little container I got for $2.99. This little thing, it has 2 grips on the end. And I got this from IKEA, which I just thought it could be useful for something. So that's how that happened. I didn't necessarily buy it for gardening. It just turned out to be, use that way. So once again, you guys have seen me. What I'm going to do is take some of this. So this looks like acrylic kale. Kale has that little spike on the end, those little points. But it's time to get transplanted. So let's get these moved over. And we're just gonna, so this might be lettuce. So they all ended up getting mixed up. So we'll see. Sometimes that's the fun part about gardening. Like finding out what you're growing. And I am gonna go cook breakfast because I've been wanting like something specific. I don't know what I want to make. I might do omelets this morning because we haven't had those in a while. And those other babies I can leave right there. Okay. Okay. So the soil was already moist. So I don't even need to like add water in there. I'm just going to add the cloth. Now, the cloth that we bought that roll, I want to say that mesh cloth from I want to say from Amazon. But as I said, yeah, you can do all types of things. You can put the sticks and make a frame. I'm just not there yet. I haven't decided what I want to use, but it does work. I notice when I just throw it over. So that's what we've been doing. I ran out of corn. Y'all, funny story, because I have 2 or 3 things of corn, but last year I think what I did was I used all my seeds. So when I go to the grocery store, I will grab some more seeds and get some more corn growing. I'm not too worried about it because it grows really fast. But yeah, so start getting your greens out. This is a really good time. Your spinach, your kale, your mustard greens, your regular greens, get those out, get those growing. I think a head of lettuce is like $2.90. So even if you grow nothing else, lettuce could, save you some money and it'll be fresh. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.